Hello my dear friends, myself Danya Divakar. Once again a hearty welcome to my channel Shades of Literature. A big thanks to all out there for subscribing my channel and also for leaving your valuable comments. So coming back, let me just brush up what I did in my previous video. I discussed a topic titled Pastoral as a trope of ecocriticism. I also explained the meaning of the term pastoral and how the very term pastoral has different meanings with regard to various literary narratives, and also the various classifications of pastoral according to various theorists. So all these things have been explained in detail in my previous video. I also promised that I'll be doing a new topic on the role of nature in various literary narratives. So before going into that particular topic, I'll have to share few more details regarding the very term pastoral and how pastoral is connected to various other literary concepts. So today's topic is titled as Pastoral in Literature. Back to the term pastoral. Though I have explained the term pastoral in my previous video, I'll be just brushing up the meaning of the very term today. Pastoral is something that which depicts the shepherd's life, benign nature, country life, cattle grazing, etc. Pastoral is far removed from the vices of city life, and therefore pastoral is very much pure, raw and ethnic in nature. Now you have got the meaning of the term pastoral. Any idea what I'll be going to speak next about? Okay, I'm going to speak about what an elegy is. No literature student can get away without understanding the meaning of an elegy or what an elegy is. Elegy is a long funeral poem lamenting the death or loss of a beloved person or an admired person. Now you have two terms, they are pastoral and elegy. What is the next step? You just have to club these words together and you will get yet another coinage or yet another literary concept termed as pastoral elegy. What is pastoral elegy? Pastoral elegy is a subgenre of pastoral poetry which uses pastoral elements to lament the death or loss of an admired person or a beloved person. I'll give you a few examples for this. The first one would be the popular work of John Milton, that is Lycidas, written to lament the death of Edward King. The second example would be Thomas Gray's elegy written in a country churchyard. I can give you one more example. The third one is Alexander Pope's Pastorals, in which he imitates Spenser's Shepherd's Calendar. He also uses allusions and various characters in his poem. So this is what I'll have to share with you regarding the very literary concept, that is pastoral elegy. The next literary concept would be pastoral epic. I'll give you a fine and fair example for this. The first example would be Spenser's Fairy Queen, Edmund Spenser's Fairy Queen, which was written to honor Queen Elizabeth. In this long poem, Spenser uses the pastoral mode to foreground the exquisite beauty and charm of the supernatural world depicted in the poem. Also, the characters and the environment portrayed by the poet in the poem has symbolic connection with the world outside, with the real world for that matter. So this will be the first example. The second example would be John Milton's Paradise Lost, Book 4, the entry of Satan into paradise. As literature students, we all know that Paradise Lost Book 4 is very, very important, and no literature student can get away without reading Paradise Lost Book 4. I still get goosebumps when I think about that particular class where my teacher explained the entry of Satan into paradise, and such classes makes us fall in love with literature. Yes, coming back, Satan. We know that Satan, as readers, we know that Satan is an evil character, and Milton's language has such power that we fall or we fall for Satan, or we sympathize with the very evil character Satan. His iconic description of the garden and everything gets camouflaged, and as readers we see it from the perspective of Satan. The very living condition of Adam and Eve, the exquisite description of the garden, the fruit bearing tree, the forbidden fruit, everything adds on to the pastoral mode. So this will be the second example. Coming to the third example, it's a novel written by Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni, and the name of the novel is Forest of Enchantments. This novel has a backdrop of the epic Ramayana. All of you would be knowing the storyline or the plot of Ramayana. In this novel, Divakaruni gives us the story of Ramayana from the perspective of the protagonist Sita. Sita is telling the story to us. So it's a storyline which is purely based from a female protagonist, and that is Sita. I'll just give you one instance from the novel. We all know that Sita got married to Ram. So after marriage, Ram is taking Sita back to Ayodhya. So it's a huge procession. They have started from Mithila, and Sita is sitting inside a huge heavily decorated palanquin, and they have lots of warriors, women following them to Ayodhya. So it's a huge procession. And when this procession was moving forward, on the way Sita was sitting inside the palanquin, she saw these soldiers. While they were walking, they were crushing tiny plants and bushes along the way. So she just couldn't stand the sight. She just couldn't come into terms with the very idea of destroying those tiny plants over there. So what she does is, she just calls a soldier or a warrior who just walks nearby her palanquin. She just calls him, asks him to come, or asks him to stop the palanquin, and she says that just put in a word to Ram or request Ram to come and meet me. So this soldier goes and he conveys the message of Sita to Ram. As soon as Ram hears the message of Sita, he just rushes to her and asks what it is. What do you want? I got the message like this. What help can I do to you? And Sita says that I just cannot stand this very thing what the soldiers are doing. Maybe they'll be doing it accidentally, whatever it is. I just cannot bear the fact that the destruction of small little plants. So what can you understand from this? Sita is born from Mother Earth, and therefore she has a bonding with nature or environment, and therefore she just cannot stand the sight of someone who destroys nature. So she just reports this to Ram, and Ram, as soon as he hears the request or what Sita has to say, he just orders that thereafter no single soldier or no single person in the procession will crush any little plant or bush over there. So this is a heightened state of pastoral epic. So this is the third example. The third literary concept would be Edenic Pastoral. Edenic Pastoral brings up the relationship between man, God and nature in the Garden of Eden. We all know that there is a fruit bearing tree in the Garden of Eden, and that tree is tree of knowledge. God the Almighty has already warned Adam and Eve not to have fruits from that particular tree, but they can have from every other tree over there in the garden. But what happens? Unfortunately, Satan enters paradise and he uses his sugar-coated words to woo Eve. Eve very well falls for him, and she plucks an apple from this very tree and eats it. What happens is, she forces Adam also to have this particular fruit, and there started the fall of mankind or human beings. So that's the story or the plot line which Milton explains in Paradise Lost, book 4. So this is what you mean by Edenic Pastoral. So that's all for today. I have explained the three major literary concepts. They are Pastoral Elegy, Edenic Pastoral and Pastoral Epic. I'll be coming up with a new topic in my new session. Until then, those who are watching my video for the first time, kindly do subscribe my channel. Also, don't forget to share it amongst your friend circle and your relatives. Please do comment in my comment box. I'll be looking forward for your valuable comments. Your comments help me and motivate me to do better in all my future ventures. Also, please don't forget to ping on the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.